progress starts with honesty. It's not easy, but it's the only way we can truly grow. And I know being honest with ourselves will always feel uncomfortable at first. But that's normal. It's okay. I want you to lean into that discomfort. Don't run away from it. Because growth lives outside of our comfort zones. And you won't see progress until you're honest with yourself. Good morning. Let's have coffee. Hi there, everybody, and welcome to the weekly podcast coffee session. And I'm your host, Toto Yende. Today's topic: you won't see progress until you're honest with yourself. Today's episode is about the truth. The truth we often avoid, but we can't escape. So sit back, grab your cup of coffee, and let's have this honest conversation with ourselves. Let's get started with a simple but uncomfortable question. How often do you avoid being honest with yourself? Maybe you tell yourself that you're okay with your current job when deep down you're not. Or you excuse a bad habit saying it's not that bad even though it's holding you back. The truth is, we all lie to ourselves at some point. It's human nature. These lies can be small, like convincing ourselves that you will start eating healthy from tomorrow. Or a big lie, like ignoring the warning signs in a relationship or your career. Why do we do this? That's easy. Because the truth can hurt. Admitting we've fallen short, made mistakes, or need to change is an uncomfortable reality for us. It's easy to live in denial, even if it means we stay stuck. But here's the thing, right? Denial is the enemy of progress. If you can't admit where you are right now, how will you ever figure out the steps to get you where you want to be? So let's talk about the power of honesty. Self-honesty is powerful because it's the foundation of real change. When you face the truth about yourself, you unlock clarity. You can start to see what's working in your life, and more importantly, what isn't. Here's an analogy. Imagine you're trying to use a GPS, but you don't tell the GPS where you are. So it's got your destination, but it doesn't know from where it has to take you from. And no matter how detailed the directions can be on that GPS, whether Garmin, Waze, or Google Maps, they will always not lead you to the right place because we weren't honest about where we're starting from. It's the same with life. Progress begins when you say, "This is where I am right now. These are my flaws right now. These are all of my flaws right now." So, friends, think about it. Take the time to think of a time in your life where you are not honest with yourself. And then you had that realization later on. You're like, oh, if I'd only done this earlier on in my life, I would be so far. This is then the topic for you. So, how do we become honest with ourselves? So, to start with, here are some few tips and steps that I've found in my life that work for me. Number one, whether in business also, self-honesty. Spend time alone in your thoughts. Could even be in a journal or a little notebook, and that's a great tool to start using. And ask yourself tough questions. And these questions could be like, am I happy with my current situation? What habits or behaviors are holding me back? And what am I avoiding out of fear? Then, friends, we need to embrace discomfort. Being honest with yourself will always feel uncomfortable at first, and that's normal. The key is to lean into that discomfort rather than running away from it. Remember, growth lives outside of your comfort zone. The third step is to take responsibility. Once you've identified the truth, own it. Don't blame others or external circumstances for where you are. This isn't about a guilt trip. It's about empowerment. When you take responsibility, you take control. So, what are the rewards of being honest with ourselves? Here's the good news. Being honest with yourself may be hard, but the rewards are worth it. When you stop pretending and start confronting, you will notice improved relationships because you're more authentic, better decision making because you're not clouded by denial, and real measurable progress towards your goals. And then the best part of it is you will feel just so much lighter. The freedom of the truth. You're no longer carrying a weight of pretending to be someone that you're not, or staying in a situation that does not serve you well. So, friends, my challenge for everyone today is take the time this week and this coming weekend to be brutally honest about yourself and to yourself. Ask yourself the questions you've been avoiding. Write down what you discover and start to work on a plan to move forward. Remember, progress starts with honesty. It's not easy, but it's the only way you can truly grow. Friends, thank you very much for joining me on the weekly podcast coffee session. I'm your host, Toto Yende. If you find this podcast really helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more episodes like this one. Until next time, keep growing and keep moving forward. Good morning. Let's have coffee.